The fat around your midsection isn't just unattractive, it's also dangerous. Visceral fat, also known as deep belly fat, is the fat that builds up around your internal organs, and it's far more harmful than that layer of fat you can grab or pinch. That's because visceral fat is metabolically active. It constantly releases inflammatory chemicals and stress hormones into your bloodstream, which can wreak havoc on your metabolism and your hormones. Research shows it increases insulin resistance, raises blood pressure, lowers testosterone, and dramatically increases your risk of heart disease and type 2 diabetes. And here's the scary part. You can look lean on the outside and still have too much visceral fat internally. That's why it's called the hidden fat. The good news is visceral fat responds fast when you approach it the right way. And that's exactly what I want to discuss in this video. Why 97% of men over 40 fail to lose visceral fat and how to fix it. And make sure you watch till the end because I'm going to give you access to a free program that includes both training and nutrition specifically designed to help men over 40 burn deep belly fat and keep it off for good. So without further ado, let's jump right in. Mistake number one, not eating enough. When your calories are too low, your body sees it as a threat. The hypothalamus, or your metabolism's command center, hits the brakes to conserve energy. Your resting calorie burn drops and your workouts start feeling harder. Before you know it, you're moving less without realizing it because your body's adapting for survival. Like too much cardio, low-calorie diets also have a negative impact on your hormones. In fact, research shows that extreme calorie restriction can significantly drop total testosterone in just a few weeks. The good news is there's an easy fix. Rather than starving yourself with chicken breast and broccoli, aim for a moderate calorie deficit around 15 to 20% below maintenance. If you maintain at 2,800 calories, that's roughly 22 to 2,400 calories per day. Just make sure you're getting at least 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight daily to ensure you're maintaining your muscle mass in the process. This slight deficit in high protein intake is enough to see steady fat loss while keeping your metabolism, hormones, and training performance in good shape. Mistake number two, doing too much cardio. When most guys hit 40 and finally decide to lose the gut, the first move is to hop on the treadmill. And while that may work well in the beginning, your body starts to adapt. You see, the more cardio you do, the better your body gets at conserving energy, and over time, you burn fewer calories from the same amount of work. Combine that with a calorie deficit, and your body starts breaking down muscle for fuel, which is the last thing you want after 40. Muscle mass keeps your metabolism high, your insulin sensitivity sharp, and your hormones balanced. Lose it, and everything that helps you stay lean starts to slow down. That's when visceral fat starts piling up. But visceral fat isn't just stored energy, it's hormonally active tissue that pumps out cortisol and inflammatory chemicals. And if your training raises cortisol further, as excessive cardio does, your body doubles down on fat storage around the organs. It's like trying to bail water out of a sinking boat that won't stop springing leaks. Endurance style training, especially while dieting, has also been shown to drop testosterone levels significantly. And once testosterone falls, building or maintaining muscle becomes an uphill battle, which only makes it easier for visceral fat to stick around. So if the majority of your fat loss training takes place on a treadmill, it's time to shift gears. Make resistance training your foundation, around 3 to 5 sessions per week, using over 65% of your 1 rep max. Then add 1 to 2 low impact cardio sessions around 20 to 30 minutes each, and increase the frequency or time gradually. And when you do add cardio, keep it low impact, quick, and convenient. Mistake number three, eating like a teenager. If we're being honest, most guys don't eat badly because they want to, it's usually just out of habit. You get busy, skip breakfast, grab something on the go, and cap the day off with a drive-through dinner and a soda. And while these habits didn't seem to have negative effects in our 20s, at 40 and above, the body plays by different rules. Every time you eat refined carbs or sugary foods, your blood sugar spikes and your body releases insulin to bring it back down. But when this happens over and over for years, your cells become less responsive to insulin. That insulin resistance makes it much easier to store fat around the organs. What makes it worse is that visceral fat loves insulin. It's more responsive to the store fat signal than regular fat under your skin. Combine that with a low fiber intake and processed snacks, and you've basically trained your body to hold on to fat in the one area that's hardest to lose. In fact, a 2016 study even found that cutting added sugar alone without changing your total calorie intake can reduce visceral fat fast. This is exactly why we should be eating like an adult who actually cares about how they feel. Aim for 80% whole, minimally processed foods, one serving of fruit and one serving of vegetable for every 1,000 calories you consume, 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight, and 30 to 40 grams of protein per meal. Mistake number 4, poor sleep quality. Sleep is where peak testosterone and growth hormone release and thus optimal muscle recovery happen. If you're not sleeping enough, you'll never maximize your ability to build muscle or lose fat. One 2011 study found that men who slept only 5 hours a night for just 1 week had 10 to 15% lower daytime testosterone compared to when they got a full night's rest. And it's not just hormones. This study found that when participants followed the same calorie-restricted diet, those who slept 5.5 hours per night lost the same amount of weight as those sleeping 8.5 hours. But get this, sleeping 5.5 hours resulted in 55% less fat loss and 60% more muscle loss. And if that wasn't bad enough, this 2021 study showed that chronic sleep loss can blunt muscle protein synthesis by up to 18%. Thankfully, the fix is simple. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of high quality sleep each night. Set a nightly reminder to power down, keep your room dark and cool, and stick to a consistent schedule. Mistake number 5, sitting for long periods. NEAT, or non-exercise activity thermogenesis, is everything you do outside of training: walking, fidgeting, cleaning, and even impatiently bouncing your leg. NEAT can account for anywhere from 15% to 50% of your daily calorie burn, in some cases more than what you burn in the gym. That's why people who seem to stay lean effortlessly aren't necessarily blessed with fast metabolisms, they just move more. They take the stairs, pace when they talk on the phone, and don't spend 8 hours slumped in front of a screen. Several human trials show that breaking up sitting every 20 to 30 minutes with short walking or standing breaks improves post-meal insulin and triglyceride responses, and longer interventions that replace sitting with more activity can reduce visceral fat. That's why I started keeping a walking pad in my office. In fact, I'm using it right now as I'm writing this script. I also walk while I'm reading, while I'm gaming, and even sometimes while I'm watching television. Because the walking pad sits in my office where I see it every day and can access it with minimal effort, I end up using it all the time. Other ways you can increase your physical activity with little effort are to include 10-minute walks after meals, setting a timer to stand up and stretch every hour, or simply aim for 10,000 steps per day. And if you're still struggling to lose belly fat, grab a copy of my Shred 40 Fat Loss Guide. This is a science-based fat loss program created specifically for men over 40 who want to get absolutely shredded without sacrificing their hard-earned muscle mass. And right now, you can grab a copy completely free. Just click the link in the description, enter your name and email, and get instant access. Did you find this video helpful? If so, click the like button below so YouTube hopefully shows it to more people. And if you're not already subscribed, I would truly appreciate it if you were as well. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.